Sharp. Why? Oh, weird. Okay, that's different. We're live. We're live. We're live. For some reason, my oh we went. I can't hear you anymore. Ah, what's happened? What happened to you? That's weird. I didn't do anything. Can you hear me? Uh, I'm in the green room. Ah, let you out of the green room. That's I understand. Uh-oh. Uh Okay. We are. How do I get you? You're always just come out of the green room. Okay, now you're in the green room. I can't even hear you. Add left. Add right. Oh, okay. Can you hear me? You can hear me. So I'm going to boot you out and call back in. All right. Well, another beautiful start to the podcast. And she is there. No. Yes. No, she still can't hear me. I still can't hear her. How do I get you out of the green room? Okay. This is not helping me here. Okay. Oh, I bet you. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go here. We've been live for 3 minutes without a Lynzee. Let's see. I still can't hear her. Why can't I hear her? This is how I get my word in edgewise. But oh, how about if we do this? Now can I hear you? No. No. Still can't hear you. Du-du-du-du. Oh. I got it. Now I can hear you. Now they can only see you.
You let me out. You rescued me. It was
Somehow,
dark in there. It was gold.
it was green. It was a green
It was
room.
green.
It was green in
It was
there.
very
Okay,
green.
now I've lost everything else. Where'd everything else go? Ah.
All gone.
Oh, back to preview mode. Okay, and what happened to? Okay, we got live mode. I guess I should put live mode up here, and let's make the preview mode smaller, and let's add me, and then oh, look at that.
I can't see
There we
anything.
go. Okay. Somehow, somehow they've changed or I've changed or something. Now I have a preview panel so I can change things, preview and then publish it. I didn't
Oh,
understand. So
fancy.
now there's four of us on my screen. Well, actually,
There's 4?
I have two screens that are the same. So there's actually eight of us looking at me right
Oh
now.
my goodness.
It's a little
That's kind of
intimidating. It's a little
a little aggressive.
intimidating. All right. Well, we've been live for 5.5 minutes, and we have not started the podcast yet. So
No, not at
let's
all.
just start this thing.
Do it.
Light this rocket. Welcome to Take It Down a Notch with Rob
And Lynzee,
and Lynzee. We're here. We're live,
we made
and
it.
yes, barely. Barely. I just got
Barely.
another message now from my
That's me.
wonderful daughter. We're good. I can't look at my phone because that's what we're getting the picture
There's
from.
8 of
So
us on the screen. You cannot, there's no escape.
there's no escape. So
Mm-mm.
luckily, I saw my picture before I started podcasting because I had coffee on my cheek somehow.
Oh, did you really?
Big streak of
I didn't.
coffee grounds on my streak. While I
Know.
was waiting for you to show up, I'm like, what in the world is on my face? I'm like, is there someone that's nope, that's on my face.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
So anyway, how are you? How are you this fine and
I'm
dandy?
pretty good. I'm pretty good. It's been a
Pretty
busy
good.
week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So is it I think you were saying in the pre podcast it's cold there and
Yes, it's
chilly
really
there?
cold. I don't know in Fahrenheit, but in Celsius, most of our mornings have been -4 to -2 at the beginning of the week. It's warmed up a little bit. Right now it's 7 degrees. So
Okay.
that's not horrible. Like it's
Yeah.
not, I mean, 0 degrees is 36. So it's not like super cold, but
So
it
it's
was pretty cold.
0 degrees is 32.
32. Sorry, that's
There
what I
you
meant. 32. Yeah.
go. You knew that.
Yeah,
You
I
knew
knew
that.
that. And so yeah, it's been pretty cold this week, but
So
of
it's
course
like
no snow. A
that's
lot
like in
of
the
frozen.
20s when you were in the cold weather. A lot of snow?
Yeah, no, no snow,
Oh, no snow.
no
It's
snow,
like, oh, yeah.
wet sack, but a lot of frozen, a
Yeah.
lot of ice. The car was very icy, stuff like that.
Yeah. Because you're very similar to our climate here, where when it's cold,
We're really
it's
different,
not
but we're
snowy.
just not as cold. Just by like a few degrees. Like I think all throughout the year, we just
Hmm.
don't get as cold. But I heard something today about the US going through like a huge freeze this week.
Yeah. So all of the
National.
U.S. is either on fire or frozen, except for the Northwest, which our weather is always different than the rest of the country, it seems like. The rest of the continental United States.
Yeah.
Always seems like we'll be having horrible, horrible one, and everybody else will be like, "Oh, it's beautiful, it's perfect."
Yeah.
And
Good
then
point.
we've been having to find a fairly dry. We're way under for precipitation this year.
Well,
It's been mild. I mean, it hasn't been super nice, but it's been mild. This week's
mhm.
supposed to be cold. Supposed to be down in the 20s, which is cold for us. But no snow coming, and yeah, it it's a nice decent winter, and the rest of the country is in
Freezing
an
or on
Arctic
fire.
freeze
Is
and
there
snow.
fire
And
near Las Vegas?
what's that?
Is there fire near Las Vegas?
Um, well, L.A. is kind of near Las Vegas, but it's not like
Yeah.
it's close to being on fire. But
Okay, because I saw a photo that mapped out the fire, and there was on the photo, it was saying that there was fire near Las Vegas,
oh, there might be.
um, like,
There
on the
might be.
map, so
It's
but I saw
all.
it called Grandma Grace, and I saw it after I called her, so she
Yeah.
didn't say anything, but
No, I don't think Las Vegas is in any danger, but the
have
yeah,
you heard all the conspiracy theories about I wanna know what your opinion is. Have you heard any or all of them?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I've heard. I don't know if I've heard all of them, but I try to stay away from the pure crazies. But yeah, no, there's a lot of discussion. There's a lot of discussion on both sides on what's going on and a lot of finger pointing on uh, who who didn't do what. Um, and
Yeah,
yeah, um, yeah, it's a
it's
disaster. I think probably it's slightly early to be um, be be spending a lot of time pointing fingers at whoever.
no,
That right now it's time to get the fires out. It's
yeah,
time for
exactly.
everybody to buck up and grab a bucket of water and start pouring water or doing something. Um,
It is
not
crazy how many people they've said that they've arrested for lighting smaller fires and arson and stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
you guys can see it on the horizon. Like, what are you doing? Like, how stupid are you? How
no,
selfish are
it's
you?
well,
And, and people are like, oh, it's cold, and just lighting a little fire. It's not cold. It's California. You're fine. Like, it's not.
yeah, well, um,
Go warm your hands on the big fire that's in.
there's I say it as you'd say it as being a joke, but honestly, literally, there's a lot of crazy in California. So there's a lot of
Oh,
crazy in
seriously.
Washington too, but
Oh,
there's just a lot of
sure.
mentally unstable people. Um,
Yeah.
and I mean, if you're gonna be homeless and mentally unstable, Southern California is a pretty good place to be. It's not ungodly hot, and it doesn't get cold really. I mean, it snows there once every 10 years or something, so it doesn't normally freeze. Um, you can, you know, it's a little easier to get around than like Hawaii. If you're gonna be homeless, you know, Hawaii'd be a nice place if you gotta be
Well,
homeless.
there's
But
other
but so there's
resources.
so there's a lot of
Well,
people that are mentally unstable.
yeah.
You know, down there, and they don't get it. They really just don't get it. So
Oh,
yeah, no, it's bad. There's a lot of blame going to the, the governor, the mayor of LA, and
mhm.
um so I don't know. I don't want to get into a bunch of the politics of
Yeah, we don't.
of that, but the
Yeah.
and it's horrible. I think last I heard 25 people have perished in the
Okay.
fires. So um you know it's
It's a horrible fire to happen in January.
yeah,
That's what's really crazy to me. It's in January. I mean, our house fire was in January.
yeah,
Um, and but still, and we also didn't have like a horrible fire season this last year.
no, well,
Like
and
compared to the last few years that we've had. Last year in the US, fires weren't that bad.
yeah.
I mean,
If
not,
you
I
were
mean,
in
I'm,
one, if you were in one, it was bad. But yeah, in the
yeah,
general, especially in the
compared
Northwest,
to numbers.
yeah. No, it's and I think now I don't follow the Southern California wildfire season, but I think it's common that it's not in the summer because it goes with the winds. It's
So does
it's
it?
these winds that the Santa Ana winds, and I could be totally wrong. Could be normally in the spring or in the summer or whatever. But it seems to me that they have kind of a always seems when they have fires down there that's kind of like, oh, I'm beyond fire season. We're
Yeah,
soaking wet up here. You can't light a
I
fire
guess
if you
that's
want to. So
right,
I think it's more to do because it is warm down there, but it's now,
right.
but it's the wind. They've been having crazy winds, like 100 mile an
I
hour.
saw the day that it really started was like 100 miles an hour,
Yeah, it was
and
in the
that was
90s. It was in the 90s, and that really, um, and it's dry. The the
yeah,
wind the wind dries it out. They don't get a lot of rain, and um, so it goes up. It goes up, and
yeah,
um, it's it's awful. I can't imagine.
it
Um,
was.
it's hard for me to feel sorry for the multi-millionaires that have 5 6 houses or multiple
Right,
houses, and I feel bad that I don't, but there's tons of people that this is their only house. This is where everything they
yeah.
own is, and
Well, in their whole
I've
lives,
I've
and there's also
I've
been a lot of lives lost.
Yeah, and
Like,
I think the number's
it
gonna
just
go way up when they get things cleaned up too, but,
that's just
people
that's,
that
like,
they don't
really
know, people that they didn't know are missing or
yeah,
gonna be missing, so they're gonna find
yeah.
maybe they'll I mean, these fires, because of the wind, have burned so hot that it's like just melted cars down to piles of just
I've
it's
seen it's
it's crazy,
crazy.
crazy hot how hot these fires are, just melting steel and, um, just bizarre, and, people are people have nothing, nothing. You know, I mean, usually you go through a fire, it's like, oh well, you know, this was saved or this was, you know, whatever, this part burned, but this didn't, or you know,
It's sad.
um, the dishes can be cleaned up or whatever. But these is
Yeah.
like, no, there's like a hole in the ground where my house used to
It's
be, and it's just twisted metal and ash. Yeah, it's just insane. So I feel, you know, apartment complexes have burned up. You know,
yeah,
it's not all, you know, one percenters. It's all kinds of
no.
people, and
Yeah.
I it's horrible, horrible. We've been through nothing to that extent, but uh, you know, you think about it
Mhm.
with our low fire, it basically nobody else was affected by that. So all of our friends came to us, and um,
Yeah, we had the community around us, but
we did.
when everyone's struggling, it's hard to have that community.
Yeah,
I mean, the community acts in a different way, I'm sure, but
yeah. I mean, there's.
it's
I
not
mean,
you can there's no one to stay with when all your neighbors' houses have burned down too, that kinda
yeah.
stuff, like,
Well, and
we're
you know, your friends aren't your friends aren't bringing you dinner or whatever
no,
because they have nothing. They don't have a kitchen to cook in either.
no.
So I can't imagine when a community like that goes bad. So it's yeah, it's terribly sad. I can't imagine. Um,
Mhm.
and no matter what your politics is, those people didn't have
Yeah, I
really an option to fix anything that could have been done besides voting different. But you know, it that's beyond the, you know,
well, no,
as an
sure.
individual, it's not a matter of like, oh, they didn't they took their charcoal grill and put it inside their house, so their house burned down, you know, or in their garage or whatever. It's not a, oh, I made a dumb decision. It's, you know,
No,
the whole community's gone. So awful. I
no.
can't imagine.
Well,
Oh, Hugo, Hugo must be watching. We have a hello from Hugo. So,
oh, very nice. Oh, yep, he texted me saying he's watching it. Oh, here you go.
so
Well, maybe we turn to happier subjects.
yeah, we have two people watching. I think Papa Paul said he
Whoa.
was watching. Oh, you're supposed to add Papa Paul to the notification list that you send out.
I normally do send him a
And
thing.
he, well, double check, because he said he didn't know. He came across his for you page on YouTube that we were back on.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, on a happier note, you said you had a happier note.
Oh, I didn't really have
It
anything
was
specific. I just
my job to
used
come up with a happier note.
uh,
It
let's
was
see, okay, so
it was your
mom's
mom's
birthday was
birthday. It
yesterday
was mom's birthday yesterday. We
for
are
both of you.
great minds, or cracked minds, one of the two. Yeah, we did birthday, and I have heard nothing about anything except for what a great uh, daughter you are. You and Hugo spending all of your Saturday evening, our Sunday morning, or Saturday morning, with mom for her birthday.
So much fun. I
This
don't know why we haven't done this more
disgusting,
often.
disgusting. How all I've heard about is how great you are, and yeah,
So, okay, so to explain, mom, I asked her what she wanted us to do for her birthday because I felt kind of lame just like sending her a gift. And I was like, "Do you want a gift? Like, what do you want? What do you want us to do?" And she's like, "I want you to plan me like a long distance date. You and Hugo did all these fun things. I want you to plan something for me." Anyways, I had to like turn back that part of my brain on and be like, "Okay, what did we do?" And mom's kind of, I think, on a diet. And a lot of the dates Hugo and I did were cooking dates. Um, And so I was like, "No, that's not really gonna be it." I was like, "And sitting watching a movie, not really fun." But I was looking and I was like, long distance date ideas. And, there's all these, like, virtual museum tours. So I picked out one specifically, like, for the National Gallery, that's in London because I thought that'd be fun because I know Hugo and I are going to London pretty soon. But I don't think we're gonna be visiting any museums. And so it's really hard for me to keep my focus when dad's messing with settings.
They can't see that. They can't see
Okay,
that.
so, anyways, we, so we called mom and we had our computer set up with the website on, and she had her computer set up with the website on. And then we went painting by painting by painting by painting. And one of us would read the description or have the computer read it for us. And then we'd talk about it, we'd look at it, and it took forever, just like all museums take with mom. Okay. And we didn't
Oh, I can't
complain.
believe I missed that.
I know, right? Shucks. And we even ate dinner because it was our Saturday night, like Dad said. So she had to watch us eat soup. Uh, yeah, no, it was super fun. And then we played. I found like a online. Sorry, I found like an online Uno game that we could play. And so we played that, and it was a little finicky for some. I didn't know exactly how to use it, and I had a hard time testing it beforehand. So it was a little bit finicky, but we got it to work. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, Hugo said that that was a lot of fun to do the museum visit. He is very good son-in-law. He's the favorite son-in-law as well. He's
Yeah,
he's
well,
he's proclaimed that this is his title.
yeah, he did good. She's pretty happy with Hugo spending so much time with her on her birthday weekend. So the
Well, Hugo
what
enjoyed it too because I often call you guys when he's at work, and so, I think he enjoyed actually getting to spend some time with mom and spending some time with you a little bit while you were playing with us for a few rounds.
yeah,
So and then we sent her tea, London tea, and, London stickers because she visited London.
there you
That's how it works. You gotta have souvenirs.
go. I gotta switch this back around. It's very weird here. I'm on the wrong side here. So there we
Uh-oh.
go. Now we're back where we belong. Really give everybody like vertigo watching the deal. So anyway, it it was a cool thing. And yesterday, everybody called mom. It was very cool. Leo called mom, or didn't call, but texted mom.
Texted. I know, she told me about that.
Texted mom. All of our adopted kids call or texted. Um, and all of our natural born kids called. So that's good.
Good.
That's good. So, um,
Sometimes we're the slackers, so
sometimes well, you are generally pretty good, and I'm always surprised to hear that. Sometimes the boys get a little distracted. They have a little bit of their
they're with
dad's.
mom's birthday.
What's that?
They're pretty good with mom things, like mom's birthday and Mother's Day. They normally
Yeah, they do. They good.
feel like maybe it's for you that they slack off.
It's and that's I don't. It's fine. I, I've I have missed so many days and so many birthdays. It does not face me in a bit. I figure either they love me or they hate me, and I can't do anything about it. So the yeah, I don't, but mom needs a phone call on her birthday, so it's very good that they did. I would hear about it for weeks if they didn't,
This
and
is true, understandably.
that would be a rough thing. That would be a rough
That would
thing if if they did not. So they did, and so that's good. We're gonna do an actual birthday party thing in February, I think. So
yeah.
we don't know exactly what we're doing. We're going back and forth. So, but and then we went out to
Well,
Red Robin yesterday.
Yeah, and I heard that she got a free mod pizza. We called her while she was in mod, and then, and then she told us that she was getting a free hamburger at Red Robin.
Yeah, so her free mod pizza was a points pizza. I don't think they do a birthday pizza.
Oh, okay.
So,
Darn.
just everybody's like, "Well, Jenny got a birthday pizza. Where's my birthday pizza?" It was because we bought enough pizzas at mod that we had a free one. So
Oh, that's cool.
she was getting that for her. She used that on her birthday, and then we went. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I should have hit the mute, but the we went to um, Red Robin here in Monroe, and um, the server, and I cannot remember her name, but the server at Red Robin was phenomenal, absolutely
Really?
phenomenal. She was the
It
best.
wasn't high?
She
The
might have been high,
past
but she was having a good time being high if she was.
was high. Every single time I've been there in, like, the past 2 years or
she
whatever,
she
and
she was awesome. She was
that
awesome. We went in, and I didn't know that they have uh, a thing that, at least at that Fred Mars, that Red Robin, if it's your first time, the manager comes over and brings you French fries with the campfire their house dipping sauce. Um, and which the manager you can tell he's like, this is the least favorite part of my whole job is having to bring French fries to new people. He's like, here's your French fries. Everything okay? It's his first time in. Yeah. Okay. Bye. We're out.
so this is
Just
not his
just like he
decision.
barely stopped. He's just like, we're gonna leave these here, and I'm gonna keep on talking as I walk away. So, but she came back and she's like, so, did he bring the French fries? I said, yeah. I don't think that's his favorite part of his job. He goes, oh, he hates it because he does not like to talk to people. I was like, but so we're like, she's like, so it's your first time in. Are you signed up on the rewards thing? I'm like, oh yeah, we are. But she's like, well, is everybody signed up? It's her first time in. She can't be signed up. I'm like, well, no. Well, you get free appetizer if you sign up for the rewards program. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, we'll sign up for the rewards program. So I was not signed up. We always just use Jenny's rewards. So I signed up. So now I am going to get 1,000 emails from Red Robin, and
Well,
I get millions of emails anyway. Oh, Hugo's.
he wants Red Robin fries.
Hugo's
I think we've all been to Red Robin.
yeah, we can put some in the mail. They'll be wonderful. The it'd be fine in the air fryer. Everything's fine
You
in
can
the air fryer.
you can send it over with the freeze dried. You can freeze dry French
I
fries
can
for
freeze dry French fries. I'll be back.
There was something I wanted you to freeze dry. I can't remember. It was gonna be something ridiculous.
Well, we'll
I'll
talk.
have
We'll
to
talk.
remember.
Well, let me finish my Red Robin story, and then we'll talk freeze dryer because
Okay,
that's
okay.
all I want to talk about is freeze drying everything. It's a good thing you guys aren't around, or I might be trying to shove you in those trays. But um, anyway, but she's like, oh, you need a free appetizers, and so that she's like, but um, and then I didn't say her name, so I think we're okay. I don't tattle on this young lady, but she was talking about we talked about Jenny's birthday. So well, we don't want to get the free appetizer and not get the free hamburger. We're here for the free hamburger. She's like, oh no, I'll split the check. You get the free appetizer on this check and that on that check. So I'm not sure. When
Nice.
I got all the checks, I think I seems like I paid for 2 meals worth of food, even with all our discounts. So we got a free appetizer, got a free hamburger. But she was saying that her mom signs up for all these things, and she puts a different birthday on all of the things. So, so that she gets you've heard of this hack. I never thought of this. So
Really?
she's like, why would I want all of my free birthday stuff on one day? That's ridiculous. So I have Starbucks, my birthday's in October, and Red Robin's my birthday's in November, and she's like,
The
"Oh, we
problem
have
with
to go
that
get my free. You gotta go get my free birthday things." And she's like, "Mom, your birthday's not this month." She's like, "Well, it is at Farrell's, whatever." It's
The
like,
problem with this is 1, you have to be organized.
yeah,
2, sometimes they ask, especially if you're younger. I think if you're older, it's fine. But when you're my age, like I normally get asked for them to see my driver's license. They
oh,
want have I even with the app, they'll almost every single time I've gone in, except for this last time where I did it on the app.
yeah,
But the other times they've been like, we need to see, and like the manager will come over and like, no, we need to see your license. And they're really
ugh,
firm about it.
I
And
don't
they're
know.
really like, until they see the date, and then they're like, "Oh, well, happy birthday." Like, I don't know, it's kind of ridiculous for especially Starbucks, but they must have had a lot of young people doing that kind of
I
thing.
wonder. I could understand maybe if you had 5 different, or 12 different ones, you get a free coffee every month. You're like, oh, okay, well, this is you know,
Yeah.
Lynzee Lee 1, so for my January birthday, Lynzee D 2 for my February birthday.
I
And
feel
you
like
signed up
maybe
12 times. I can
yeah.
understand, but you get a free. It doesn't matter if it's
You can get
actually on your
free
birthday month.
dozen donuts. You can get a free dozen donuts at Krispy Kreme.
Oh,
Did
that's what
you
I
know
need.
this?
That's what I need. Ugh.
No, it's not. You're not bulking, you're cutting.
I'm cutting out. Today is my first day of my cut. First day of my
Oh god.
cut.
Look at him, look at his the happiness in his eyes. It's the last time you'll see it until March.
To drain all my goodwill from my soul on the
Yep.
cut. On the cut.
I don't
No,
know if I'm gonna go back to the gym until I go back to the US.
really? Wow.
I really I okay, so here's my thing, and I've talked about this a few times on the podcast.
Mhm.
I do not get the dopamine hit here in the US like I do in France
Mm.
or here in France like I do in the US. I get
Mm.
no dopamine. Sometimes I actually afterwards feel for some reason like depressed. Like I
Really?
can tell a difference between being a woman and going on and off birth control. I can tell
Mhm.
the difference between being like chemically almost
Mhm.
hormonal changes like that. I can tell when it's like really hormonal, or I can tell
Right.
when it feels like almost chemical.
Right.
And that's how I feel afterwards. It's almost like a chemically induced like depression. And
Weird.
it just doesn't make me, I don't feel very happy. Like I just, and I, for me, that's one of the main reasons why I go to the gym. And that's why I
Yeah.
got like addicted because I started going to the gym when Hugo and I were married long distance.
Right.
And it really helped me stay positive in a very like negative, discouraging time. And as well as I really enjoyed it, it was super
Yeah.
fun and just it was really great. I love seeing like the progress and getting stronger and all these
Yeah.
things. But it was also difficult when you start doing that. I was like gaining and losing weight constantly,
Right.
and that was really a struggle. And so
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't really want to like force myself to work out to feel worse afterwards
Right.
and then be gaining and losing weight like I was before, maybe to get a little bit stronger. I'm like,
Right.
and we only have the membership till April. We're not going to continue it.
Right.
Um, and I'm like, so I don't know. I might go like once or maybe twice a week to
Yeah.
do like
Now when you
I
go with
I
when you go
do
with
more.
Hugo, is it the same?
Yeah.
Weird.
And then I get super moody. That's not very fun.
Hmm.
So, yeah, it's really weird. And I tried a few different things. I tried working out by myself. I tried working out with him. And sometimes it's like not as bad and sometimes it's like just like ruins my afternoon and I get really grouchy and I'm like,
That's weird.
isn't that
Yeah.
weird?
Yeah, because
Super weird.
I'm like the other way. I get really if I don't get to go multiple
Yeah.
times a week, I'm just like, I haven't been to the gym. I need to go to the gym. I gotta go today. I gotta go now. So
Well, and that's how I was in the US is I was like almost addicted to it. Like I loved going.
yeah,
I think there's something about maybe like I don't know. I'm not as comfortable at the gym we have here.
maybe that's it.
It feels like disorganized and like the equipment. Like I feel like sometimes I have to wait. The
I think
equipment isn't as well taken care of. I don't feel like safe as pursuit. Just feels really easy for me to like to do my routine,
yeah.
and I
No,
feel more
Pursuit's
comfortable.
very Fursuit's very open. You don't feel like you could get away with doing anything wrong. You know, I mean, not that they're like on you, but I mean, you're not. Yeah, I mean, if you just sit there, you're sitting in the middle of everybody. You know, what I mean, or whatever. You know, what I mean, if you're
Pursuit,
doing,
I think another part of it is Pursuit has like all these windows in the ceiling. The whole place, even on a rainy day, whole place is like full of natural light.
it's almost better on a rainy day. It's like being in a greenhouse because you're seeing the
Yeah,
just nastiness outside and it's nice and warm inside and you're working out
yeah.
and it's like miserable looking outside and you're like, I'm just
When you
gonna
see
stay
like
here
the
all
sunrise,
day.
yeah. When you see like the sunset, you can see it like through the windows.
Yeah.
Like
No,
it's
it's
just, or if it is really sunny, it's like really sunny. Like, and it's just, I think that's a big part of
yeah, sometimes
because
you have
I'm,
to like I can't do this machine because the sun is like
yeah.
beating down on me. It's like working out outside almost. It's like, gee, how many Christmas.
I love that. I think that's great. Where like
It,
mine feels like it's like in a basement
yeah.
in France.
No,
And I think I
and everything is just kind of haphazard at that gym.
oh, it's
It's
disorganized. I don't really feel like
it's
and
you kind of
I
feel
don't
like you're
feel
working out in your buddy's your college buddy's basement, you know.
it's exactly like that.
It's
There's a lot of
it's
like guys.
mismatched weights
Yeah,
and it's like it doesn't have there's different brands, not that that really makes any difference, but it's just like it's eclectic. You know?
yeah. And I thought
but
I'd
but
get
everything's
used to
there,
it.
everything works fine, everything seemed to be fairly clean. It's nothing bad with
Exactly.
the gym. It's just not. I i i i don't really have OCD, but I get to the gym and it's like, okay, the weights are in the wrong spot. First thing before I bench press, I need to go and get all the 45s down on the bottom, all the 35s over here, all the 25s here, the 10s are here. Okay, now we can work out. And then I do deadlift. It's like, oh my gosh, people, can't you just put the 45s on one end, the 10s on the other end, and just go in between? Why do you have to put them all? Why can't you just put them where they go?
And at our gym, they're on the floor, they're on the stand. There's only one of every single weight. And this gym is pretty busy because it's really cheap. It's not that expensive at all. And it's almost always busy.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, well, like I can't find my weight. And then the kilogram thing, I'm not I think starting out with pounds and then going to kilo, like it's
Yeah.
difficult for me to find my way. I think there's just all these things, and
Yeah,
I don't
because
know if
yours
it's
don't
all
say pounds on them at all, right?
uh the machines do.
The machines do? Okay. But the plate weights don't. They just have kilograms on them, I think.
They're just
Which
kilograms.
Which is weird because all of our weights have both, on the plate
Yeah,
weights. And pretty
they
much,
might some of them might, but I don't think all
yeah,
of them
I
do.
don't know. I noticed that though. If I was like, they're not on there. You have to like
Yeah.
guess. So, well, I guess you can calculate it out, but
Well, and Hugo and I get a lot of looks when we're speaking English there.
hmm,
And we've had, like, a few people I don't think overall there's that great of gym etiquette there, and
hmm,
that's always bothered me from the start. Like, I've often mentioned, like, there's the guy who is they like, people will use 5 things at once
hmm.
and get annoyed with you if you don't realize they're using all those things at once. And even the occasional times that happens at Pursuit, it really bothers me. I don't know why, I'm just like it just really bothers me. I'm like, I'm not,
Well,
you
it's
know.
it's what's inconsiderate,
Yeah,
when
it
it's
is, and well, and to get upset at people when they accidentally use it, and, like, because we speak English, people will think that we're not speaking French,
yeah,
and so there's been occasional, like, little comments and or, like, weird looks or something, this or that, and
yeah.
apparently I've been told that when Hugo's not there, I guess I look, like, really mean, like, plugged in, and I'll, like, just be focusing on my workout, and
Get
with this,
the
like,
resting
kind of
the
witchy with a
resting
D.
witch with the witch face, yeah.
Yeah, because I have what you're doing until I saw. I was like, "What is that?"
That's awesome.
I
Welcome home, you go.
was gonna say, I was like, "Hugo's out."
Oh, and I made you laugh.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that you were doing that till I saw it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
No, you're good. But no, there was one time at Pursuit where somebody, like, used a machine next to me or something, it was, like, this younger guy, and
Mhm.
then he don't touch my hand. I maybe
This straw was full this
it
morning.
was not full, it was half full. You know, we were supposed to do our Bible eating snacks, and I
Wow,
maybe
you read
ate
a
them all.
lot of Bible today.
I guess you did.
I really wanted chocolate.
Okay, okay. Okay, I'm
Oh,
in trouble.
you're definitely your mom's daughter.
I know, right?
Oh,
Yeah. Well, we're trying to do, like, large sum reading of the Bible, and
yeah.
so when we started this, we're like, "Okay, let's get a lot more snacks than normal." We don't do a lot of snacks, and we're like, "Okay," and, like, we'll use it to reward, like, one chapter means one little, like, piece of chocolate and all this.
Oh,
We're kinda doing that, but we've also gone through these snacks really quickly. So, I've
that's
also
funny.
gotten in a habit. I've just decided I'm not really as worried about food as I normally am right now.
Right.
And so ever since Christmas, I'm making about, like, 1 batch of cookies per week and, like, either cooking them, like, throughout the week, like, every day, just making, like, 5 cookies for us in the evening, or I'm
Mm.
making, like, a big batch for us to eat throughout the week. And so, yeah, that way I can
Hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna get back.
Uh,
So,
this is
anyways,
this is good.
but I
The
just decided I'm
distracted
like,
Lizzie.
"Okay." Yeah, I'm like, seriously, I'm like, "What's going on?"
I'm talking.
I'm talking, I'm paying attention.
Focus, focus,
Oh.
girl.
So,
Oh,
anyway, I've just been like, "Okay, I'm gonna just bake something, like, every week
yeah.
until springtime," 'cause it's just like in Washington, the dark all the time is a
Right.
little depressing. The sun is setting earlier, and so we're just trying to do things that will make us happier and try to fight that the natural progression of seasonal depression.
You know, you've seen it, but I have the light, and the light
Mhm.
um really really helps. I thought it was a bunch of hoop craziness, but
Right.
I'm like, well, for $20, I'm giving it a shot, and it
Yeah.
actually, amazingly, it works for me
Oh, yeah.
anyway. The just when I get up, not this morning because I woke up late, but I get up and I put it on my desk. I try to plug it in at night so it's on my desk so I
Mm,
don't forget in the morning. Plug it in, set it up, and then when I get up in the morning, I turn it on. It's got a 30-minute timer on it, and I just set it next to my computer or whatever, and um, just kind of like have it there. You don't stare into it. I just have it around, but
yeah.
it's super bright. It's like when
So,
you first turn
I
it
told
on, it needs to like fade in or something because it's like, oh my gosh, this is roasting my corneas. But it's
Have I told you the story about the old boss that lives on that road near you? Or doesn't live, but the workplace that is really close to the home? I'm not gonna say what it is.
you may have.
With the boss that so I had this boss that, let's just say, wasn't the greatest boss. I'm not gonna go
Oh
into
yes,
details. But, um his daughter and I were reorganizing this big storage area, and we found this big it's the same light that Dad's talking about, and we found it, but it's slightly different because it says, like, happy light, like, really big. And so we plugged it in his office and turned it on and turned it towards him and said, "Now you have to be happy." And
that's what.
like, just a few days, whenever he was really unhappy, because he would get very upset at us,
Yeah.
he would just turn on his happy light, be like, "Nope, nope, nope, nope,
Dip, dip.
nope, happy."
Get over it. Get over it.
Well, the
You are now need to be happy.
the
Yeah.
happy light. Okay,
My happy light is very is small. It's not very
can I can I show my light, or can I show my cup?
big. Yeah, you could show your cup.
It's the end of the podcast. This is not a political cup. It is not a political cup. It has a
Yes.
political person on it, but it's not a political cup. It has nothing political about it except for the person. dad of mine gave me a I love my daughter cup. And it says, "You are a really, really great daughter, the best, really terrific, just fantastic. Other daughters, losers,
Losers.
total disasters." I like the total disaster part. Losers, total disasters. Everyone agrees. You are the best. Believe me. And then also, I gotta say, it's also just a really great cup, okay? I really like the handle. It's a very strong handle. It's nice. You know,
It's
when
a, it,
handles just different, this handle hits different.
yeah,
It's very nice. And it's very big if it's a nice latte. And I'm having a problem where my lattes are getting very cold too
yeah,
quickly because I drink them very slowly and the apartment is a little bit colder. So I think it's just getting like cold really quickly. And this is helping. So, and also I didn't take it to work exactly because I think I'd get in trouble, but I did take it in my car ride and then
you
I
took it
put it in
to
my purse.
work. You didn't take it into work.
I kind of did, but I hid it in my purse and then refilled it with tea. And yeah, and
You
then
need
went
to make yourself a cozy for it. That's what you need
That's
to do.
the best idea. I should do that because I think the kids would get kind of a kick out of me having. Well, I guess I do. A lot of the teachers actually have coffee or tea like in their class.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that because it doesn't seem very French to me
Are
to
they
just be
very
like drinking
big? Are they
stuff
big
all day.
coffees though?
One
Or are
of
they
them has a huge, like she brings her a water bottle, like a thermos full
okay?
of coffee. And after she's done with lunch, she has a huge coffee cup that's like a little taller than this, okay?
Wow.
And she fills it up and then she drinks it after lunch.
Did you go? How American of you.
I was tempted.
You'd fit right in. You'd fit right in. You come on over.
Yeah, but
You
not quite because she has every day she eats like chopped up cabbage and like beans with like pieces
mm.
of chicken, pork or
Oh
something,
wow.
and it's a huge plate. Okay, she like puts it in, she reheats it for like 8 to 10 minutes. She wants it burning hot, and it's just like it's like an entire cabbage like every day for lunch.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know how American that is, but it is what it is. So, well, okay, all of a sudden, I think you muted yourself. I
Yeah, I
can't
did.
hear you.
I
Okay.
think maybe the repairman is here for our dishwasher or something.
Well, I
You
think
have to
maybe we
go.
should wrap fast. I
You have
think,
to,
yeah, I should probably go.
all righty. Well, we'll talk. We'll talk freeze dryer next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Give us an update. I'll try to remember what I was talking about or what I was thinking about because I'm kind of wondering because you can like make it into like powders, right? Like if you
Mm-hmm.
freeze dry something, make it, I
Yeah.
think maybe like a ginger powder. Like
Oh,
if you refry, like, or no, I keep saying refried. If you freeze
freeze dry.
dry, maybe
Mm-hmm.
a piece of ginger or like
Mm-hmm.
little
Mm-hmm.
pieces,
Yeah.
and then like made it into powder, and then I could put it into drinks or something.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, we could do that.
That sounds good,
You
doesn't
can
it?
freeze dry ginger. You can freeze dry
Mix with
garlic
ginger.
because you can people freeze dry garlic and then make that into garlic powder, and it's supposed to be like so much better than what you buy in the store. It's like you open it up, it's like whoa, that's garlic.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I'm making spinach powder,
Nice.
so kind of like the greens powder. It's yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'm loving the freeze dryer. The
I'm glad you're getting so much use out of it.
so right
And I
now
feel
it's
like
full of ice
about
cream.
when you're gonna burn out of freeze drying stuff, I'll be there, and I want to freeze dry a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So I'm gonna freeze dry some hiking food for the Girl Scouts. I think.
ooh,
Yeah,
fun.
talking to CJ, and they're gonna put together a meal plan, and I think they're gonna come over and chop stuff up, and then put it in the freeze dryer, and we'll freeze dry it up. So
Oh,
be
that's
fun.
cool.
Yeah,
They get a freeze drying bag.
yeah. So we'll do yeah we'll do it up, and they can do their hiking for less money and hopefully better food. So
Well, yeah, I'm sure it will be. That's pretty
so
cool.
yeah, I'm loving it. The freeze dried
Okay.
apples are the best. So
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to try the freeze-dried apples. I just looked at the little thumbnail.
hmm
I look so bored. I promise I was not that bored. It was just the beginning. I was bored.
Oh.
Like, I look like I'm being tortured. Like, what? I don't know why
Dad is
every single
droning on.
if you go through the thumbnails in
Mhm.
our, like, YouTube, I look horrible in every single one of them. There's multiple where I'm itching my eyes,
You can change
okay,
it.
or,
You
like,
can
sitting
change
like
them.
this. I should go through and, like, change them all.
I think you can
But,
change them.
okay, I should go.
Love you.
I'm gonna make curry chickpea and roasted vegetables for dinner tonight.
Wow. All
I
right.
know, and then I meal prep some other things, so
Well, let
I
me
should go.
let me play us off here, and we'll go away. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week. Okay, I gotta find the spot to get us to end. I
Bye.
don't know how to end this.
Every week.
Well, they changed it on us. How do I end?
Just leave, people.
Oh,
Just leave.
finish. End.